Hello, everybody. Welcome to Roll D5, where we specialize in playing indie TTRPGs. And tonight's game is Heart Dagger? Daggerheart. We're putting daggers in our hearts because it is sad August. I just now came up with that. I hope you all liked it. Where it is sad month, and the low-key, high-key goal is to make me cry. Because I can stage cry easy, but like real crying in a TTRPG has only ever happened once, and that was 2 weeks ago. So this is going to be a very emotional and possibly devastating story. So please keep an eye out at the content warnings, as well as take a break for yourself if things do end up getting too heavy, because that is possible. We want you to take care of yourselves first. I'm going to have everybody introduce themselves, and then we'll get right into it. But yeah, I am Aundawyn. I am one of the founders of Roll D5. Everything you need to know about me, you can find in my links. But I want to talk about all of our cast tonight. Let's go ahead and start with who is next to me in the layout, and that is Kai. Welcome back.
Hi everybody, happy to be back on Roll D5. I'm Kai. No one ever wears a style of Ladris. I use he, they, and she pronouns, and I'm here to make On cry. Yeah, and I'm gonna bounce it on over to Juli.
What up, it's your boy, the Mad Monkey, the Ring Reaper, the Doler of Death. I am Juli, or Juli CL, and he, they, she pronouns. I'm playing Asimia tonight, and very excited to finally try Daggerheart and play in the world of Bitten, which our titan of the new system has created. But before we get into that, I will pass the introduction ball over to Ale.
Hi, thank you. I'm Ale. I'm one of the hosts of Table Talk, and you can find us at Table Talk RPG. And I will be playing an Aetherius bard tonight. Now I'll pass it over to our lovely GM, Justin.
But first, well, actually, Justin's not in the game. That's what I was going to tell you. We can see Justin, who is the tech, in the back. You said GM Justin.
I said Justin. I meant Jonny.
Yeah.
I was looking at Justin.
We can see our tech, Justin, and that's what I wanted to say. Was I wanted to thank Justin for being our tech tonight. Happy to have you, and I'm glad that we can see you and no one else can. This is always a treat for us. But now we can go to Talking XP, Jonny.
Hi.
Did you know it's Talking
everybody.
Experience?
Yeah, that's what it's for. It was actually, it's so funny. So when we were going through and workshopping the name that we were gonna have back when we were first making this, it was Talking EXP, and I was like, that's too many letters. And then I put Talking XP, and so yeah, it does mean experience. Well, it means experience points technically. So, anyways, hi everybody, I'm Jonny. I run Daggerheart. I finally got to play like a week ago. It was awesome. Oh my god. I see what the hype is about. Daggerheart is fucking awesome. So, yeah, I run Daggerheart on yeah, I've only GM'd. And even live, I've only GM'd. So this is, I'm excited, especially in this world. So yes, hi, I'm Jonny, Talking XP on the socials. I run Bitten, the main Bitten storyline on Talking XP and Crit Hit Chronicles, with a incredible cast. If you are interested in seeing Bitten, check out my YouTube page, as well as how to play Daggerheart. So you can kind of keep along, I guess. I don't know, do the things. But yeah, Bitten is a zombie apocalypse sort of story in a fantasy world. So my pitch is usually The Last of Us in a fantasy setting. So with that, know that there is going to be a lot of drama, a lot of zombies, and a lot of danger. So with that, you've all been sent to the nearby town of Lightsboro to gather supplies for your settlement. And this is usually a job for lowly scouts, but you've been sent on a special mission. You're higher up stating that they're feeling very close to their god these days, and you know what would make them even closer to their god? The last idol of Lune in the Temple of Lune in Lightsboro. Knowing that each of you are from there, and each of you probably don't want to return. As you're traveling down this road, the blistering heat of that summer sun causes the horizon to warp. Even the shade can't escape the high 90-degree, 100-degree weather, and water is becoming a short supply for each of you, which it's mostly soaked in all of your clothes as you are sweating and keeping your bodies moving towards the town of Lightsboro. Which is exactly why, when you see a nearby bridge, each of you may instinctively think of the river that is most likely flowing below it. Sure enough, the sounds of that flowing river is like music to each of your ears as you see this river is quickly coursing under that bridge down far to where the end is unseen. It's deep enough that you can see the rocks below, but not deep enough to where you could walk past it, so the bridge is absolutely necessary. But as you're all approaching this, one thing that you do see at the bottom of this river is something glimmering. It's a little reflection of light. However, as each of you are approaching the river, who would be the first person to see this?
I think.
I think
Mhm.
two of us might be fighting for who's
Mm.
first.
Okay.
Hmm,
Okay.
I'll
that,
you
that
start.
makes sense.
You know, why don't you all just roll your hope die, and we'll see who gets this. Who
Yeah,
wins
Johnny,
this
those
race.
are what, D6s?
Oh, they're actually D12s.
Oh, okay,
You get
okay.
2 D12s. You roll both of them, usually for like action rolls and stuff like this. But this is just we're doing a fate roll, is what this is called, where you just
Okay.
roll a D12 and you see
A
what
classic fate roll.
Of course, classic fate roll. Everybody knows about it.
All right.
I don't think Rain saw it with a 3.
You got a
An
5.
8 from me.
So then, North, you rolled
Yes.
a
10.
a 10. So then, you are the first to see this. So first, describe to me, what does North look like, and what is their demeanor as they're approaching this river?
Yeah. So North is this tall, broad-shouldered, what would someone would classically call like a knight, walking around in this chainmail armor that is underneath these tattered clothes, just to fit into the environment a little more. That chainmail can be real shiny and doesn't want to attract any additional attention from sunlight. He is unintentionally growing out his beard. He's normally relatively clean shaven, but he is out with this band of folks, and they've been out a little while longer than I think he expected. But he's got this this shorter blonde hair that has this nice swoop to it on either side. Out of character, I look terrible with my hair parted, but my character looks great with it parted, so you'll just have to imagine that. Where it kind of just like swoops very nicely on the other sides. And he looks tired as hell.
So then maybe the reason that you see this, everybody else may be looking for the water, but as you're approaching the river, instinctually you're looking down, trying to catch your breath, and that's when you see directly through the surface of the water that glimmering.
It's how far would you say it is? Like a couple feet?
So the river itself is about 30, 40 feet across, and then deep, it's probably around like 10 to 15. It's hard to tell from the surface of the water. If any of you have ever been like floating on a river, when you look straight down, it's like, okay, I can see. But when you're looking at an angle, it's very difficult to see how deep it is. So from here, it's like 10 feet, you think, maybe.
Okay. You know what? He's not afraid of a little rushing water. And everybody's catching up. It'll be fine. He's pretty sure. And we'll take off his heavier parts of his armor and maybe also unintentionally take a bath. It's been a few days.
Okay. So, this river is quite quick, but you're able to find a small little... Yeah, you're able to find this small little offshoot of a shallower bit of water. It's a lot warmer than the larger river is because it's a lot less water and a lot easier to warm up. But as you're heading over there, who would be the first person to try and get to the river for possibly water or washing up or something?
I think Soda absolutely would be taking an opportunity to get clean if she sees fresh water. 100%.
So then describe Sur to us.
Yeah, Sur is like pretty decently tall, probably around like 5'9", 5'10". Normally she has her hair down whenever they're home, but if they're gonna be out and about, she does have it up in braids and out of the way for risk of it being grabbed. She would rather not risk that. She's got like lightly sun-kissed olive skin, and like very light caramel colored eyes, as well as her wings that she kind of tucks behind her as she walks.
Sur approaches the river. Who else is approaching the river? Or what else is happening here between the last two members?
I think Rain is watching a praying mantis eat the head off of a butterfly.
Okay. Yeah, sure enough, right next to where the river is pushing and flowing next to you, a beautiful representation of life. Just next to it is a patch of flowers where death is swift. Please describe to me, Rain.
Rain is small, petite, with a slender frame, wearing clothes that were clearly stolen from perhaps roving brigands or gang members. They look to be somewhere between 14 or 16 years old, but still built small. They have a tail long like that of a monkey or cat because they're part simia and built agile as a result. But the most striking thing about them is their eyes, which almost seem to glow orange. They're wide like saucer plates and absorbing the world around them. Rain stands still like a doll, but those who know them well know that this is more because they are a hunter, and they do not make any unnecessary movements.
Okay. As you're watching this feat of nature, where is Ibu?
Making their way sort of lazily from the road. I think they bump into Rain, not because he didn't see him there, but more this child is so serious. And we hear the sound of chains that hang off of his belt as a tall, athletically built, but like a gymnast, Inferni kind of saunters down towards the river, and mostly is paying attention to where North has gone into the water with rapt curiosity. Ibu has gray skin like wet ash and black hair that flecks red in the sunlight. There's 2 long horns that crest over and just kind of point straight back towards the back of his head, and the sides of his otherwise like long, black, beautiful hair are shorn short very quickly, messily, with jagged edges. It's not pretty. This is someone with a dagger and not a lot of patience. He just wears clothing that, if you didn't know better, if you weren't standing out in the sunlight, you would think he were laying down in a grove in the forest where there is brown, but then there are patches of interesting color as it is dyed and embroidered to look like the most natural of sunlights falling into a forest.
As each of you are you're walking down the side of this bridge to the river below, you all see written across the bridge in red paint, blood, "We're all dead."
Hmm.
Fucking
Surely not
cheerful.
all of them, right? Someone had to
I
write
mean, are
it.
we dead?
Last I checked, we're not.
Ibu will live until Ibu is proven to be a credible threat to Rain.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Ergo, not dead yet.
North. Are you trying to drown down there?
Not this time. Look, I know this is gonna sound silly, but there was something shiny.
Oh.
Well, if we're all dead, you may as well go figure out what it is. Could be worth something.
Might as well.
The dead can leave things of value.
Okay. North. You are going to try and jump into the water to grab this this shining, glimmering thing. I would say, please do an agility roll.
Okay, +0. That's fine. Okay, this one is the hope die. This one is the That's a 5 with hope.
No, for sure.
Oh, wow.
And you
Big
only
man,
needed a
heavy armor,
4!
get in
Whoa,
water.
thanks, Johnny. Whoa.
Do I need to hey
So-
guys, Ko-Fi has re-rolls available. As well as you could give Johnny fear.
So, you gain a hope.
Okay.
You get that. So a 5, just for everybody to know, 5 is easy, 10 is medium, 15 is very easy. Sorry, 5 is very easy, 10 is easy, 15 is medium, 20 is hard, 25 is very hard, and 30 is nearly impossible. So you got very easy. This was not very easy. This is a rushing river that is coursing through this bridge, and you're trying to get to the very bottom of it to grab this. So, describe to me how
I die?
North. Listen, I wasn't gonna say it. No. Describe to me how North tries to swim as quick as they can down to the bottom of this river, but you get taken. What does North do?
Probably he knows to remain as calm as possible, but sometimes your body doesn't follow orders. So mentally, he's remained very calm, but his body is probably threatening as best as it can to flail around. So the people on the shore, the party members will probably see his hand like pop up every so often in like almost like a fist or like a just like his fingers curling as he just floats down the goddamn river.
Okay. So as your body isn't as dependable as it was before. So as you're trying to swim down to this, you're finding that you're able to go down, but you're not able to go against the river. It's too fast. So as you're going down, you finally begin to lose that battle. And as you do, you begin to see rocks getting closer and closer to the surface of the water.
Hey,
And
Jonny, could
yeah.
I happen to do a re-roll because of Janelle so I can not lose as much health or get to the surface?
I was also gonna say, I think Sur
Yeah.
has her wings out, and I can carry a willing creature. Or try to.
Yeah, because Janelle
Sure.
donated.
You know,
re-roll,
that is
so.
that is the way the world works. Let's do it. Let's see this reroll, please.
Okay.
Thanks, Janelle.
Thanks so
Thank you.
much.
We just started.
That is one
This is-
boss jelly bean.
It's true.
So anyway, I started flying.
It's a 21 with hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay. Okay. So then, with that, you put that aside. You're jumping into the river, and when you dive, it is a beautiful dive. You are completely water dynamic going through here. It
Jack
is
Sparrow.
just like a seal going through the water. You are able to get to the bottom without very much of issue. And so when you get to the bottom, you're pushing some of the rocks out of the way to find this small orb of some sort. You're not able to figure out exactly what it is just yet. You're still swimming. So
As he's looking kind of at this orb and getting ready to swim back up, he pushes that memory from a long time ago where he did dive into a river and almost died flailing, pushing that that nightmare
Right.
aside because he feels safe now.
Yeah. So
Only so safe because on the shore, Ibu is fully like swinging a grappling hook, just kind of casually. You did go in wearing like armor.
Sur's
And
wings are
not
just kind
all
of
of it
nervously
in my
twitching.
defense.
As Ibu's swinging the grappling hook, Rain's tail is kind of like flicking back and forth like a cat. Even though there's no other interest shown in it, there's just little wee 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 wee.
love it. Okay. So North, you are able to grab this orb. And this is going to be a lot easier of a roll. Now, you rolled a 21. That was the roll. You were able to make your way back out. You're a little bit further off from where you were, but you're able to get back up onto this side of the bridge.
Okay.
Unscathed.
See? Nothing to worry about.
Yes.
Oh my god, another
The
reroll? That's
orb!
crazy.
The orb!
I don't know about you guys, but I heard something speak to me. This,
Did you find?
look, it's a here, take a look. He's gonna hand over the orb.
Ooh.
We'll look at it.
I will say there's no real like identifying thing, so I would say somebody can do a knowledge roll. This is some sort of a magical item. You can definitely tell from just looking at it.
Could
Okay.
I argue one of my experiences is a student of tales? So
Okay.
I like study a lot of things in order to make my songs and things. So if
Sure.
I heard anything maybe akin
You
to
can
this.
absolutely add that. So you would have to spend a hope to add an experience, just so you know.
Oh, yeah, fuck it.
Cool.
Boom, boom. Okay, hold on. And I'm adding those two together. I'm too bisexual to do simple math. Don't judge me. It's a 12 with hope.
With hope. Okay, so you gain that hope back. You're not exactly sure what these are, but it feels like when you hold on to it, it feels like it's incomplete. Like there's another piece to this that's missing.
Is that all you found down there, north?
Yeah.
He also seems to have found water.
Plenty of it.
You're not wrong.
Is it valuable?
Well, I mean, probably not as valuable without its partner, but
Partner?
it feels like something that is missing its other half, essentially. So it's not necessarily complete, but it's a pretty bauble for sure.
Well, I guess we'll have to keep an eye out for the other half.
Some things about their pairs are just as beautiful, and Ibu says that very pointedly at Sur before turning around.
Anyway,
Feels like there's something there that could be also dived into further, but
No,
I guess
nothing,
that's a
nothing at all,
conversation for
actually.
another time.
it's just a general broad statement, not directed at anyone specific.
Okay.
Anyway,
I just kind of winks at Rain before kind of sauntering, thinking like they're leading. They could be completely walking in their own direction. They're walking towards the road.
Sure. Okay. Does everyone follow?
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
hand the bauble back to North.
He puts
Alright.
it in his pocket.
Following the road, another hour passes. You see destroyed farmland and broken down shanty towns and lonely blighters that are wandering far away. But nothing of note really happens in this until you finally arrive at the gates of Lightsboro. This town has been long since ransacked. So the fact that you were even sent here is more of a punishment than it was a necessity. But nevertheless, you were given specific instructions to gather the moon idol from the Temple of Lune. So, with that, how are you going to get to the temple? You know where it is, but this town absolutely has blighters that may not be seen, but can absolutely be heard as you begin to hear the groaning and growls and screeches that are very identifiable for these
Who-
blighters.
Who is the tallest member of our group?
Either Evie
One of
or
us.
North.
You say your
Yeah.
height first, and then I'll say mine.
6 feet.
I was also gonna say 6 foot.
But you don't want to depend on Ibu to be our point person.
Anything under
is there-
under that for a man
Let's-
is just a laboo.
Let's have Rain. Let's have Rain climb on North. North, you're going to feel little hands climbing up your back, and then feet as well, as your resident Partsimia climbs atop your shoulders. And I am going to use my watchdog experience, spending a hope to make an instinct roll.
Okay, so you're trying to keep your eyes out and keep everyone away from very clear signs of blighters. Go ahead and do your roll then.
Absolutely, atop our clearly 6-foot member.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 14 with hope.
Okay. you're able to guide through the town.
Sorry, 16 with hope because of the +2 from the experience.
Understood. You're able to easily guide the group through this town. Since you're the one looking out, you're from this town. What is something that you notice? Something that you haven't seen for a while since being here?
Rain is trying to absorb the streets, and there were always signs of life, even in the unsafe alleys, but it seems like even the rats and the cockroaches are not here, are quiet, are supplanted by emptiness. These creatures that could once thrive off of the humanoids roaming about, discarding waste, corpses, it seems like a different predator is ruling. It's quiet enough to hopefully pick up on the footsteps of blighters before they can pick up on ours.
And you absolutely see footsteps everywhere, scattered, and some of them not fresh. It was long ago, but some of them seems like they were recent. So using those signs, you're able to move and maneuver your way through the town. This is going to be a skill contest to get to the temple. So who is next? How are we going to get there? Who is going to put something forward?
North probably will go first because I've got rain on my shoulders.
I'm holding your hair like Ratatouille and flicking my tail so everybody else knows where to walk.
I was going to kind of be a canary in a coal mine ahead of us. If that's if everyone's
yeah,
down with
please
that.
go right ahead.
So with that, please do a finesse roll, I would say.
I have a worse idea.
Even better.
Love it.
I think as we kind of move, we're used to each other's movements, and the city, there's kind of a second nature to the way that Ibu traverses. And at some point, as they look around a corner, they just smile and turn back, and their head kind of snaps. And I would like to use Uncanny Disguise to wear the face of my enemy, if you don't mind, and walk ahead as a blighter.
Absolutely. Please do your spellcasting roll.
While you're making that roll, I have a question. So you've obviously done this like a few times. What is something like different about maybe your appearance or something that would make us know not to kill you if others come nearby?
I think very commonly when they do it, they try and like preserve. They have a very like wide, wicked, toothy smile that ends in like a sharp scar, and they always try and keep this sharp scar down the side of their face.
Okay.
I do just mark a stress and do it.
You just mark a stress and do it. Incredible. All right. So I guess for this, go ahead and do a presence roll.
Sure. And I have advantage on presence right now, specifically for being perceived as a blighter in this case.
Makes sense.
Ooh, that is a rough roll. Hey, I'm so pretty. With advantage. That's a 6 with hope.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. I think you are alone in front of the rest of the group. So I will say that being this scouting ahead and this canary, there is a group of blighters that pass near you. All of the rest of you see this happen. Now, I will leave this up to you if you want to do anything. However, these blighters walk just next to you. And as they do, this pack of 6, 5 of them keep going, and one of them stops.
When that
One
one
of them-
stops, Ibu kind of rolls all of their shoulders and everything back, and as they do, they're thinking, please keep walking. And their hand just kind of loosely hanging begins to drift towards their side where those chains hang long.
Okay. At this point, this is what's happening. This is still a skill contest to get there, so I will leave it to everybody else. What does everyone do in this situation?
Guided by my ratatouille.
Okay.
Ibu's far away.
Ibu is in far distance, yeah. I would,
Okay.
like, right on the cusp of close. So probably, like, Ibu, you're the one doing this. How far away would you be?
Ideally, probably about a moment's dash, so less than 100 feet.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Less
I think-
than a moment's dash.
Yeah,
That's
I
a cool
think
wording.
Sur would be keeping an eye on Ibu, like in the distance, and kind of noting this shift.
Mhm.
And there is just a moment where, like, her wings kind of tense, her eyes glow like bright gold for just a moment, and I think Ibu would note just the faintest, almost indiscernible little speckles of gold in the air, just a little bit on like the periphery of your eyes, and you would know that she is ready to cast something that would help you escape if needed.
Okay.
So she's readying herself for that if it looks like it's
Okay.
going south.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Rain, what would you like for me to do?
Well, Rain can potentially get us out of here. I have the scoundrel community ability from being Slyborn. I have advantage on rolls to find a safe place to hide. And I also have the slippery experience, which grants another +2. That said, it's to hide, not to help Ibu. Rain will wait for your instruction, as Rain is a minor and so very small.
As Rain is a minor.
Let's see. I'll find it after I do this description. But North is just going to very slowly pull out his axe and be prepared for if something is to
Okay.
go awry.
All right. Well then.
Wait, so hold on. So North is not hoping to hide?
Correct. He asked your opinion, knowing exactly what he was going to do already.
Okay, then I think Rain might gesture from North's shoulders to pick up a stone on the ground and yeet it far into the distance so that there is a clattering sound to potentially lure the blighters toward a sound of life.
Okay.
Can I do that with a strength check to see how far I can throw a bigger rock?
Absolutely.
You think you can beat my strength of +0?
I think I can with the strength of +2.
I guess it's pretty close.
I think Soda's like, no, I can get them out, and then just sees rocks fly
Yeah.
and goes like,
Yeah.
Correct.
for sure, for sure.
Ooh, let's see. That's a 13 with hope.
Okay. 1 second.
Go.
I need to check a difficulty real quick.
No need. It passes.
No,
What are you
that's
talking
cool,
about?
bro. That's cool. That's cool. That's like,
Don't you love us?
yeah.
It's
We
crazy.
play Daggerheart.
It's Crazy. Someone that loves me wouldn't.
What
check
did you
the-
say you rolled?
13 with hope.
That's wild. That's
you added strength?
exactly what you needed.
Oh wait, no, that is no. Never mind. That's 15 with hope.
Okay, cool.
Because I forgot to add
Thanks,
my
Juli.
thing before.
So, a 15 with hope. As this blighter is walking up to Ibu, like investigating what a mindless creature can do to investigate something. They just look and then hear this sound of a rock slamming into a house nearby, and all of them and they begin rushing towards that house, leaving Ibu.
Ibu lets out
see-
the heaviest sigh of relief.
You release that sigh and you see a few more beginning to investigate, but after a few moments, that's it.
A little creepily, Ibu, in their best blighter body language, briefly turns and flashes a full toothy smile back at them, and then rolls their head back around a little wrong looking and begins to shuffle forward.
Okay. So, you have succeeded in this skill
Endeavor.
contest. So, in this endeavor. However, as we're all walking through this town, I do want to hear, Ibu, you're in front. What do you see that is in this town that either you've been trying to avoid or you haven't seen in a while?
As they shamble down the road, they can easily justify not looking directly at many things in this city. Some of them more painful than others, but the one that they can't avert their eyes away from, they round a corner and there is the remains of a cafe. Tables tipped over. There's nothing of note there. It looks like every other place in this city. But they remember sitting there laughing, carefree, before everything, not just before the blighters. With someone that, if one could avert their eyes from a memory, he would. That he knows he hurt and there is no fixing it. A laugh and a smile and a wish that he had done something else.
Would anyone notice that Ibu is doing this? Do you think it's a obvious thing that Ibu is very much focusing on this place?
I think what has been a pretty persistent movement forward stalls and slows, and what should be more haphazard movements of a mindless creature become focused again, like that smile. But not in a funny way. He was always happy to play the clown, and in this moment almost stands upright to his full height, forgetting for a moment that he is a blighter.
North. Knowing Ibu, you've known each other since before the outbreak. Knowing Ibu, I would say that you see this. You see his behavior change as he passes the cafe.
North sees and looks away.
Okay. You continue walking through this town. And I'm going to go to Sur. What do you see in this town that brings back a memory that you would like to remember or not?
I think it brings both for her. Sur, as they keep going, um, she takes a moment and looks to the side as they pass like a more open square. And there's like a large, now broken down, like event hall tavern that used to host a myriad of events, one of which was her performances. And she spent many nights here playing to her heart's content, living off of the energy of the crowds that she shared her music and her tales with, and built up the life that she wanted before it was taken away. And I think there's a moment of nostalgia for that where she can almost hear like the laughter and the rapture that used to bleed out of those doors and windows. And then there's just a spot of charred black near one of the roof's edges that brings pain and guilt in her mind. And she has to look away before she can really remember fully his voice in her mind.
You all continue walking the temple in sight, these memories coming back near torture at this point. North, what do you see?
See as in memory or see as in what's in front of me?
See?
I'm so sorry. It's my medication.
What do you see in front of you that brings a good or bad memory?
Since we're walking down what I assume is probably the main road, the god of this area, Luna, has a temple that she likes to have right in center for everybody to see when you're walking down that road. It's probably in better shape than North expected it to be, especially amongst the terror and the rubble around. But in his mind, it starts as a warm memory of the bright sunlight, people walking around, just enjoying an average day, which suddenly turns very dark and almost like a flash of lightning in his memories, causing him physical pain and clutching the bridge of his nose, as if he has a really bad headache. And suddenly everything is dark, it's broken, and he's in his memory, he's on his knees holding something that is broken. And then he just blinks really hard to wash away the pain, shakes his head a little, and just keeps moving forward.
Rain, you would feel that shaking of the head.
You are going to feel an open palm on the crown of your head, as if to forcibly steady their mount.
Your mount is crazy.
North
I'm going
doesn't
for a ride. Wee.
woo, woo.
Said whoa there, boy.
North doesn't actually acknowledge it. He'll just keep moving forward.
Okay. You see this memory reminder of a dark time. And finally, up ahead, you arrive at the Temple of Lune. It is battered and broken. Vines have reclaimed a lot of it, which has caused a lot of the structural integrity to decline. You see bits and pieces of the wall caving in. But that symbol of Lune, the moon that sits just atop the entryway, is still there. Ibu, you recognize this place. Very much so.
Ibu can almost feel the weight of something worn beneath their clothes, and in this case, beneath the layers of disguised magical decay. Feels like they're wearing an anchor. But also like they're being called somewhere.
Each of you are able to regroup here. Seems like the screeches and yelling and groans that the blighters naturally do are distant from here. Is there anything that happens, or do you just walk in?
North is going to occasionally glance over at Ibu in a look of shame, but as soon as he feels Ibu maybe feels his glance, he's going to look straight ahead again.
I think as that feeling passes at the doorway, kind of sensing that the blighters are not directly here, they give themselves a little bit of freedom to cheekily turn and stop at the door. Not because it's making them uncomfortable to be here, that would be strange, but rather to act as the doorman.
Do you have to do it while you're still looking like that?
What, do you not like my face? And they smile and the sides of their face
No,
kind of crack.
I prefer it the other way, actually. She
Ibu
like
is
is
still not a
trying
credible
not.
threat.
We'll see about that.
Oh. Thanks for opening the door. That's highly unusual, but you know what? I'll take it.
You looked so esteemed. And Ibu mostly points that to Rain.
Rain blinks back with enormous eyeballs.
Shall we get this errand done with so we can go do anything else important?
Yeah, the errand that you so dutifully sent us on.
We shouldn't forget Rain's involvement.
No, yeah, it was the both of them, but
It was so funny.
Ibu suggested a joke. The commander did not find it humorous.
We did
no, I
not.
don't think severed heads are very humorous to many.
No.
I feel like you have to really know somebody to pull that one off on them.
To pull their head off? To pull that one off on them?
No.
I see.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm just gonna walk inside.
North mentions under his breath, like, oh, and the commander had also just recently saved up to get a new pair of sheets. It's really sad.
You all enter into this temple. Pews that would line either side of the temple have all been destroyed, turned into rubble. And you see on the other end of this temple, where most of the iconography of Lune would be, is a shattered dais but there's nothing. You see there's this statue just above, this large towering statue of Lune that has been broken and battered and taken over by the ivy, just like the rest of this temple. However, north, you do remember that there is a crypt.
And you know what? I think that would give me fear, which I think you should take.
Thank you very much. I'll...
Thank
Don't
you, Aurora.
mind.
Whose side are you on?
Look, I'm conveying in a story way that Johnny got fear. North, before he does anything, looks over to Ibu, and he's squinting his eyes, but it's not bright, so it's kind of just a weird pained squint. You didn't steal this one too, did you?
Oh. And it's always hard to tell when Ibu's eyes are fully looking in one direction. They are almost black, dark navy with just the ever-present kind of shine of what almost looks like stardust inside of them. And they kind of roll their eyes, these dark, beautiful orbs, and you know when he is rolling his eyes, even if he does not have obvious pupils to see. You're no fun. Besides, it's not like anyone's watching.
True.
Famous last words according to the commander.
You're
Also
watching, as
true.
always.
Well, if there's nothing here, we can't.
Certainly
Actually-
not coming back empty-handed.
No. But there is a crypt. Just a couple of floors down, we could check.
Wasn't that interesting?
I go to the crypt.
Oh, we've lost them. Rain?
Where is Rain? He was on your head, Norn.
He took some of my hair with him.
You do see that the door that would lead down to the crypt is completely covered with chairs and large objects. You also see a large lock on it.
So I still have my axe. I could break it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Just step.
Hold on.
What?
And I'll do reveal. To make a spellcast roll, and if anything magically is hidden within close range, if the roll succeeds, it's revealed.
He's still standing there just with his axe, just waiting.
Before you get some backlash. The magic is old but not dormant.
It would be really funny if it wasn't.
And it's gonna be 15 with fear.
Okay. And the effect of this is what?
If there's anything magically hidden within close range, the roll would succeed against it. It is revealed.
Understood. Okay. As you open your senses to anything magical nearby, you don't see anything here. You feel like that latent, radiant magic that was once here before the outbreak, but it's long since dissipated and just lingers ever so slightly. But outside of that, doesn't seem like there's anything else.
Okay, yeah. Do your big strong man thing and break the lock open. You're good.
Thank you.
Okay,
Gotta swing at it.
amazing. Please do a strength roll. Or
Sure
an attack
thing.
roll, I guess, in this, because it would use your strength, right?
Yeah. Would I be using the hope and the
Correct.
fear?
Mm-hmm.
16 with hope.
Okay. The lock comes apart. You're able to move all of the debris and heavy objects that were keeping this door closed. And the door is now unlocked.
I'll bring up the rear. You all go ahead, just in case anything follows us.
Oh, because you're not worried about what's inside.
No.
I think so. As like everyone kind of goes in, she'll turn and she'll kind of like whistle a small tune at the lock of the actual like door, if possible. And I want to cast another spell called Runic Lock. And I'll roll and see if it succeeds first before I read it. Oh hell yeah! Okay, it's 25 with hope.
Okay.
And basically what it does is on an object that I'm touching that can close once per rest on a success, you can lock the object so that it can only be opened by creatures of your choice. Someone with access to magic in an hour of time to study the spell can break it.
Okay.
So I will clear all of us, but anything outside of that cannot go in or out.
Understood.
As everybody goes ahead north, almost like lets out a really long breath and starts like breathing really, really hard, as if he'd just been done something very strenuous, and very slowly walks down the steps behind everybody, occasionally leaning up against the sides of the wall.
Okay. Each of you slowly descend the stairs into darkness. North, was this the place that you were holed up during the outbreak?
Yep.
Okay. As you go down, it's quiet. But it's too quiet for having such large objects to keep things from getting out. You get to the base of the stairs and you see this winding path of a crypt, hoping to find some sort of an idol. You see branches off into multiple directions, places where people have been laid to rest. Hopefully. How do you all approach? How are you trying to find this idol?
Be cautious.
Oh, this is where I was made to be. And Ibu sort of begins to almost emanate a little bit of shadow as they just take a deep breath, almost like smelling the shadows of this place. And I would like to just kind of sneak around a little.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do a finesse roll for that.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that went terribly.
Oh, no.
It's with hope, though.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should have taken it's fine. I should have taken experience. It wouldn't have saved me though. I will. Oh, you know what? I have an ability called Lightfoot from being Wildborn. So my movement is naturally silent, and I do have advantage on rolls to move without being heard.
Okay. Go
Can I
ahead
add
and roll that advantage die.
Advantage in Daggerheart's adding a d6, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, that actually really helped. That is a 10 with hope.
You seem so confident.
Great.
Cool.
Great.
Because
Incredible.
it's easy. It's easy for them to sneak. It's easy.
Right.
Johnny.
Right. You silently walk down this main route of the crypt. And with each step, you're looking and right down this little chute off of this main walkway, you see a grouping of 3 blighters that are just standing next to each other, seeming to be in like a dormant state.
They stop and pivot almost completely in place, just on the balls of their feet. And they silently motion to everybody the direction, and then they just flash us 3.
North never put away his axe, but he's going to now pull out his shield.
Okay. All right.
If it looks like we're attacking, then if everyone's ready to do that, Ibu will do what Ibu does.
Likewise, I'm ready to do what I do.
Great.
Okay.
Would you like the honors, or shall I?
Well, as a Call of the Brave warrior, Rain has a battle ritual. Once per long rest before attempting something dangerous, I can clear 2 stress and gain 2 hope. I'm more interested in the second one there. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
So, Rain is going to draw their weapons for the first time this session, pulling off of their hips on opposite sides, crossing their arms to do so, 2 rings that swirl and glow orange like their eyes. And Rain is going to perform their battle ritual. First, Rain hunches, and their mind goes blank. Completely silent, completely empty, no thoughts whatsoever. And then a rush of images start flooding their mind of acts of horrible violence they saw when the outbreak was first beginning. People getting ripped limb from limb, warriors and soldiers trying to fight off the blighters and being overwhelmed in return, limbs on the ground, blood everywhere, and then that final image of a praying mantis trying to eat the head of a butterfly from the beginning of the session, and Rain emptying their mind, then replacing it only with thoughts of violence. Their eyes dilate into kill mode, and then they crouch downwards into their murder stance.
Amazing.
Now I have 4 hope, bitches.
Nice.
What a ball.
So do I, but that's because I rolled bad. Ibu knows what Rain is doing and kind of pivots to move in tandem with them, essentially. So when things go off, Ibu is ready.
I think Sur kind of almost instinctually, just from the fact that this tends to happen at night, whether they're aware of it or not, reaches over to North's hand to kind of pull him back for just a moment. And then she kind of gets on her tiptoes and has to get close because she doesn't want to alert the blighters when she does this, but she kind of brings her hand to the side of his face to bring him in, and then in his ear she just ever so softly sings the word paralela and casts by spending 2 hope. And on him, the next time that you take an attack, you can hit an additional target within range, should your attack succeed. So I can only hold it on one person, and I'm choosing to do it on North.
Stunning. When that happens, I think it will automatically activate his divine wielder, and he takes off one of his gloves to his left hand, and underneath is a it almost looks like a skeleton, but it is made of metal. And his hand begins to glow slightly, this kind of like orange cackling, and then goes away, and that is activating his spirit weapon, so it will allow his axe to be used in any way that he can throw it and bring it back to him.
Amazing. Okay. So, Ibu, you are the closest.
Yeah, and I'm about to get a lot closer.
Mm-hmm. As you do, you recognize one of them. You know very well who this is.
I think Ibu was all swagger. Defeating blighters is easy, it's fun even. And the way Ibu fights, he is one stride into stepping through the shadows behind them and stops before he can. And when he was about to rush in, it's like his feet are bound to the ground beneath him, and he feels that cafe table. And he knows the name, but right now that name is just regret. And it hurts more than anything these blighters could do.
Do they see us now?
Well,
Because if they do, I'm gonna go first.
Rain is rushing in the moment that they see Ibu hesitate.
okay. So then
Same.
I would say at this, it's one of the blighters that are on the other side of the other two that can see. It's like they were looking towards the side. You weren't able to see their face until finally they look and see you. And that's when you recognize this person. Rain, you notice the hesitation, and so both you and North rush in to attack.
Could I adjust an ability slightly? So I have forceful push, and it's usually used when I do like an attack to a target. I want to instead use it to as I'm running past Ibu, to use that forceful push to push them fully out of the way behind
Ibu?
us. Yeah.
Okay, absolutely. Is there a roll that needs to happen?
I don't actually, no, I don't think so. I think it's just because it would be an attack normally. That's when it has rolls for, but if I'm not using it, as such?
I would say just use as just do a roll for
Okay.
it, not in like any like attacking way, but like
In a
maybe a
ability check way.
right, exactly.
Jonny, I rolled double sevens.
Incredible, amazing. All right,
Is that a
That is a
critical
crit.
success?
That
yes,
is.
that is a critical success. So, yeah, explain to me how you push Ibu out of the way and move them into a more safe location. Or
You would think
safe.
that the way North was charging, he would use his shield, but he's using his shield in front of him, but instead almost shoulder checks Ibu instead, but with the shoulder check not pushing forward, he does it to the side to shove Ibu back kind of up the small steps out of that entryway, and forceful enough that it pushes you out of hopefully a ranged attack.
North. As you do this, that blighter was out of your sight. They were down an offshoot of the main way. As you get here, you also recognize this person. A reminder of a failure that you had in the past.
Before he can do much, the only thing he does is he takes the necklace that he has and hides it underneath his shirt.
Okay. Well, with that, you see this blighter, this person that you knew, sees you and begins walking past the other two turning to look and see you as well. A screech is let out in this enclosed space, to which you hear another and another and another. But with that, it is time for a break.
I knew you were going to do that.
So, before we get to this, we are going to go on a break. I don't know if there's anything that needs to happen. I will leave it to you.
Yeah, we'll see everybody in about 10 minutes, so go get some water, get a little snack, do whatever you need to, pet your animals, get a cuddle, and we'll see you in 10 minutes.
Get ready to get bit.
We're smitten with bitten.
Smitten with bitten.
The persuading charisma is getting hazy. I bought all of these munitions, but my alignment is holding me back. These gods have faces that inside all my frustration initiate some incisions. Maybe it's time I roll for attack. Maybe we're too far off track. In spite of monsters that we've slayed, the nobles treat us with such hatred. They always stop us at the gate, increasing levels of taxation. I pray the gods above will send a blessing. Whoa, 'cause lately every shop takes part in stressing the gold I'm possessing. No more HP. Preparing battlegrounds, level ones in the crowd. Not many are allowed. One crit could bring them down. So squishy from the mold. They're weak but very bold. Took hours to propose, but seconds to dispose. Who starts this alone? You sadist. Yeah, they'll gain ground to break dust. Oh, it's too easy. Killing alpha players, level 1 PC. No longevity. Falling up too high a tree. No more HP. Not enough health. No more You better flee. Preparing battlegrounds, level ones in the crowd. Not many are allowed. One crit could bring them down. So squishy from the mold. They're weak but very bold. Took hours to propose, but seconds to dispose. Who starts this alone? You say it is. Yeah, they'll get ground to great dust. Oh, it's too easy. Killing off the players, level 1 PC. No longevity. Falling off too high a tree. No more HP. No more HP. You better flee. No more HP. No more HP. Warlock's hardly cast 2 spells now. They won't rest already. Now don't be impolite. Can't rest after each fight. Who built this class for spellcasting? Should've focused on invocation. So signed away before patron power. Gotta rest, recover, gonna take it out. Am I fanatical? Yeah. Let's do the great old one. Yeah. Am I celestial? Yeah. DM, you know what I need. I could really use some sleep. Warlock's hardly. Cast 2 spells now. Rest already. Now don't be impolite. Can't rest after each fight. Each fight. Each fight. Now don't be impolite. Can't rest after each fight. Supposed to be a boon, but I've been hearing voices from the moment I tuned. You hordes of zombies right into sanity, about to break this sword. No, I cannot disown. Wisdom feeling worthy, cutting plus 3 to the bone. I'm scorned, my party does implore. Just throw that evil thing away. I'm not as brave as it appears. So many nights in tears, so my patron invaded my dreams. Offering fabled powers, wow, impressing knights in crown. Love the flattery, but I'm hiding evil inside me. No light can break this thrall. This cursed blade, it brought out to us all. This sword was supposed to be a boon, but I've been hearing voices from the moment I tuned. You hordes of zombies right into sanity, about to break this sword. No, I cannot disown. Wisdom feeling worthy, cutting plus 3 to the bone. I'm scorned, my party does implore. Just throw that evil thing away. Here at me, character ready. I'll join the crew. D20 raring, join the melee. I'm vaccinated, let's play in person. Party tune, monk strike, paladin smite, cleric runes, roadside, druid wild shaping. I love role-playing new, race stats, full class, rewrites, homebrew 2, just fight, be worth bandaging. I love role-playing. Build backstory much too thick, D&D transfer for hours, been forever, scream Eureka. Players who can enter the story and don't need ploy, but know when to be the perfect guide. Engaging with the mission as we go on expedition, it's so awesome, I'd roll 9 to 5. Not bitter if we die, glimmer of the prize, that would bring us back to life. All my dreaming guarantees that if I do a company, I'll fit in better than these rights. Here at me, character ready, I'll join the crew, D20 raring, join the melee. I'm vaccinated, let's play in person. Party tune, monk strike, paladin smite, cleric roots, roadside, druid wild shaping. I love role-playing new, race stats, full class, rewrites, homebrew 2, changing. I love role playing. I love role playing. I love role playing. This group is homicidal.
NPCs got no vitals.
They gawk
At crime,
but soon
they'll find
the
the
DM ends the cycle saving throw.
Which may behold their eyes, these creatures will be their demise. TPK. They tree traps on the ground, make one wrong step. Wait, what's that sound? TPK.
Monsters are so burly, resistance makes them sturdy. The dungeon crawls a non-stop brawl, they waste their big spells early.
Which would be too easy. A quick end would not please me. The slow descent into madness is payback for NPCs. It's the sovereign glue that makes the arrow stay in you. TPK. This party just rolled their saves. I guess today won't be the day. TPK.
Been working a job that I can't stand anymore. Been waiting for someone to take a shit from me. There's nothing standing between me and that door. All these players I know are who I wanna see. What if I play a druid who's fey? We can finally clear this cave. Then I can change into a creature that I wanna be. So roll, it's D&D night. Yeah. Play as a bard on the weekend. Can I get another healing? Roll, it's D&D night. Yeah, blow this gold, gonna spend it. Merchant ring us up another pendant. Roll, it's D&D night. Yeah. It's D&D night. Role play as a bard on the weekend. Can I get another healing? Roll, it's D&D night. Yeah, blow this gold, gonna spend it. Merchant ring us up another pendant. Roll, it's D&D night. Role play as a bard on the weekend. Can I get another healing? Roll, it's D&D night. Yeah, blow this gold, gonna spend it. Merchant ring us up another pendant. Roll, it's D&D night. New, this shape is what I'm feeling. Can't stand spells while I chew into you. Give me just one bonus action and I'll show you what a force of nature can do. I feel connected to the earth, gathering spores, plants, animals. I breathe in, speaking, bleeding. I'm the protector of all of the outdoors. Druidic circle, seeking. The Fae is nothing new. Blue what's real, heal the wounds. All animals are nice, kill monsters without fights. Give death a second life, decompose upon sight. Change my form on a whim, now fly or swim. Take a short rest after the fight. The kobold were vicious, but we won despite of our greedy rogue looting all in sight. Oh, and now we ask her armor, the rogue never knows better. Our bard is tried, casting a dispel magic. Barbarian, just build a straight check. Our paladin says she won't lift a finger. The rogue looks panicked and said, come on, cleric, please cast remove curse on me. I swear that I'm chafing. Get this armor off of me. I'll start praying.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Daggerheart, where we are essentially telling a prequel in the Bitten world that Jonny has created, along with the fantastic cast of that game. So I hope you continue to enjoy. We are now currently faced into a crypt with one of these bitten creatures looking recognizable to both North and Ebu. I'll head back over to you, Jonny.
Okay. So, as these blighters turn to see each of you, what is everyone doing?
Killing, murdering,
I think
slicing.
you would. I think Rain would be well in hand to go first.
Rain doesn't care who these people are.
Amazing. So,
Murder
Rain,
trial.
what are we doing?
I am going to, from my tense, crouched state, just kick off the ground, leaping, glowing rings aloft, ready to start slicing. I'm going to activate my No Mercy ability, which costs 3 whopping hope to gain a +1 bonus to all attack rolls until my next rest.
Okay.
So now I just start swinging at the first one in front of me.
All right.
I'm going to try to roll all my dice at a time, my damage dice as well as my hope and fear
Sweet.
die for conciseness. That is a... Okay. So it's a 19 with fear.
Okay.
And the damage is going to be 22 points of magical damage.
Okay. Amazing.
Losing 3 hope hurts, but I do regain 1 as a... Actually, no, I don't. It's when you fail a roll with hope, I gain 1. I assume a 19 hits.
Yes, a 19 does absolutely hit.
22 damage and you gain a...
Okay. All right. Move my things out of the way here.
Are these... Rushing at the first one, am I within very close range of any others?
Yeah, you would be within very close of the other 2 as well.
I will expend my last hope to do Whirlwind when I make a successful attack against a target within very close range. I can spend a hope to use the attack against all other targets within very close range. So that is a 19 to hit all the ones around me for 22 points of damage.
Then yeah, that absolutely hits every single one of them. Okay. So
that was
then-
foreshadowing when I said it was the Ring Reaper at the start of the session.
Yeah.
Okay. That is cool. That is severe damage for each of them.
Glowing anime
Right.
buzzsaw.
North, you see this anime buzzsaw attacking the person that you know. Is there anything that you do in this moment?
A little insight into his mind as to the decision that he's going to make, which is to also attack it. He doesn't want Ibu to know that he knows this person, so he cannot hesitate, and he will not hesitate. So he will also attack
Well.
with... huh?
Before we get to that, that was a roll of fear. So,
You get a turn.
with that fear, goes over to me, and
do get a
each of
turn.
you begin to feel this the ground beneath you beginning to quake, and this large hand reaches out from one of the unseen corners. This giant hand, as big as a halfling, followed by another and another,
It's a fucking rat king.
as it breaks that pillar down, and you see this giant hulking blighter that is unnaturally different torsos and bodies coming out of it as it begins to rush towards, I would say, North. You are probably the first one open, so this is going to first off, I'm gonna mark a stress for this one to all PCs, every single one needs to do a presence roll as it begins to, all of the mouths that are on this body begin to just screech out for all to hear.
That's just a straight D12, right?
No, it's both. You do both. So.
Okay, we do.
And
Oh,
then you
I'll
just
reroll.
add your presence modifier. Success with hope. I assume.
25 with fear.
So this is a reaction roll. You won't gain a hope, and I won't gain a fear or anything like that. So it's just a flat roll.
25.
25 definitely passes, and then
8.
Juli, you said
Oh, I actually don't know if I passed. I got an 11.
11. Okay,
Or
so
12,
that was that is a failure.
Wait, presence? No, it's a 10.
Okay, that is also a failure.
Yeah.
I am not fucking around when I say I roll double 11s.
Hell yeah.
I love it. You completely ignore all of the effects of this. Sur, you marked a stress. You did succeed. However,
I am so keenly aware of the fucking
Wait,
Ibu,
I might
Yeah,
have
go
to
ahead.
work with you on this. Is it
Okay.
going to is it going to damage Ibu?
no, because in my head I have the battlefield in my head. Did you push Ibu further into the crypt or back
Out
towards the
of-
stairs?
Out of
Okay,
the
so
crypt. Yeah.
you are the closest one. It is absolutely coming to you, not me.
Okay, that's what I would want then, because I have that ability. I am your shield, so I would have used it if that were the case.
Understood. I am going to gain 2 fear. Ibu and Rain are going to lose a hope each.
Damn.
And then, Sur, you are going to mark a stress as these screeches and the giant creature that is this blighter comes barreling down this main walkway. I'm going to then spend a fear to immediately spotlight it once more, because it has a relentless feature, to how far away did you push Ibu?
The hope was that that Ibu would have been pushed far enough that a ranged attack would not hit them.
Okay. So in this case, I would say they're in close distance. So then that leaves Rain and North. Both of you are going to be taking an attack because this standard attack attacks anybody within close range of each other. So,
And it all happens at the same time, so I probably couldn't use I am your shield.
that's a reaction, I'm sure. So you would be able to use that.
It's an
But-
ability.
What is it? What does it say?
So it says when an ally within very close range would take damage, you mark a stress to stand in the way and make yourself the target of the attack instead. But I would have to pick one of these two.
Let's see if they hit first, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Well, that is an 18. So I'm pretty sure they will.
On both of us,
It is one roll for everyone. So
it
yeah.
misses me because I use Scramble. Once per short rest, I can dodge a melee attack.
Okay.
Back
All right. So this is going directly towards you then.
Yeah, because then I would ally
I am so
shield
sorry.
at sword.
This has a range of close, which means that it absolutely will be attacking Ibu. And then, since it's very close to each of you two, it will be attacking you two as well.
And
So-
I can only do very close.
So this this huge arm that like reaches out and is like one of its legs almost comes barreling towards you, Ibu, and then 2 other arms reach out towards both of you, North and Rain. Missing Rain, hitting North, and I'm assuming also hitting Ibu.
At a
with that
19,
attack.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So,
To know if it will hit me, what do I use for that?
Your
Like, is that
It-
evasion? Okay.
yeah.
I wanna be sure.
That's 24 physical damage.
Mark some
I'm
armor,
gonna
everybody.
mark an armor. Yeah, I'm gonna mark an armor.
Okay.
Does it
Okay.
hit me too?
it does not, because I can only target one person with that close distance, but then it targets everybody else within very close distance. So
I
it targeted those two because it was close enough, but I only targeted Ebu.
Yeah, and I couldn't do anything to help you.
So that is that. Brings us back to each of... Actually, I will spend another fear to bring out a couple other blighters.
Are you sure?
Because you just awoke everybody in here. So
Question
you see...
for you, real
Yes,
quick.
go ahead.
So when we heard the screeches, it was very clearly like multiple blighters in other areas of this crypt.
Correct.
Visually, like, what is the vibe of? Are we like in
Sure.
a corridor? Are we? What's the?
So right now it is like a corridor, a long corridor that basically has offshoots of different like halls. So it's a larger hall that then goes off into different directions, almost like a mine, if you will, like a bunch of different corridors that come off of this main one.
Okay. Where did I hear the majority of those screeches come from?
Everywhere, but mostly in front of you. Yeah.
Mostly in
So-
front. So could I, in theory, I would like to try to cast an illusion behind like the main passage behind the big monster to create a wall. So if like blighters come running that way, it just looks like a dead end.
Interesting. Okay. The only thing is that this fear is going to bring them
Regardless.
on that other side. Yeah. So there is going to be a larger blighter that comes out from your right hand side, and then there'll be a grouping of 5 also coming towards you. But they don't do anything yet. Brings it back over to each of you. My God, why do you do that?
Really wants to
I'm not
know.
sure I understand either.
Donnie, I have a question when this this thing is resolved.
Yeah, no, it is resolved. It is back over to each of you.
So you can tell me if you want me to wait until like we're out of this particular combat, but I did just notice my class feature, which is prayer dice. Roll a number at the beginning of each session. Roll a number of d4s equal to your subclass's spell trait, and I can use those to aid myself or an ally within far range. You can use it to spend a dice value to reduce incoming damage, or add to a roll's result.
Sure, absolutely. So yeah, go ahead and roll them, and then we'll use them going forward. But yes,
I have 10 because I used chat.
God damn.
sweet.
So next time you get hit, Ebu, I got your back.
Well,
Do you have a +4 to strength?
I have a +2.
So it should be you roll a
it's
number
not
of
4
d4s.
d4s. Wow, it's 2 d4s. So
So you have
I'll
2
just
and
take
2.
the 4 and the 2.
That works. Whatever. Go for it. All right. So it brings it back each of you. What is everyone doing?
well, after being rudely, more than a little bit snapped out of the moment of hesitation, Ebu remembers where they are, what he's doing, and almost like getting back on the tracks of, a train. Remembers the fluid movement, and that familiarity is almost comforting as that shadow begins to leak again, and it almost like boils out from around his neck where that heavy weight sits. And I am going to mark a stress to shadow step next to the giant creature that just hit me. And in doing so, reappear cloaked. And I would like to do what I do best as Ebu flips out not a chain, but a dagger that we have not seen yet, a long silver but jagged looking blade as he draws a devouring dagger to make a strike.
Amazing.
That dagger
It devours, obviously. That is 20 to hit.
Yeah. 20 with
With fear.
No.
But
Thank you,
I'm
Jonny.
going to use my Infernus ability, and I will mark 2 stress, and I will actually change that fear into hope.
Wait,
Yep,
that's
that's good.
such a good ability.
it's a really cool ability.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's that flow state of reappearing and feeling so welcomed by the shadow that it is relieving to be there, even though they teleport into a place of absolute chaos. And that is, wow, why are my rolls so bad tonight? That's gonna be only 7 magical damage, but the Devouring Dagger has a special ability called Scary. On successful attack, the target must mark a stress.
Okay. All right. That is definitely a minor damage, but I will mark another stress on that one. Okay. All right. So that was instead with hope. So that's still each of you.
I could keep tearing shit up, but if one of y'all wants to do something, please feel free.
I do have
Oh, I've-
something.
I forgot to roll my sneak attack damage on that.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I fully forgot that I have that. Thank you.
Yep.
So that was 7 plus 6 would bring it up to 13.
Still minor damage.
What?
That's terrifying. Hey, what?
This
Anyways,
is one armored thing.
Scoot, go ahead.
Big
Yeah.
one.
I think she kind of, now that like stealth is no longer really an option, she's going to pipe up and like almost joking. Now I know for damn sure that you are not going to make me go back there and explain how you all died on a routine mission, are you? And I'm gonna rally. So lock the fuck in.
Rally die. Let's go.
Everyone gets a rally die, which for me is a D8, which you can add to your damage roll.
So it is a credible threat.
It is a credible threat. Yes.
Okay.
And if I may do an attack
Absolutely.
as well,
Yeah. Please do.
I would love to throw an ice spike at Big Boy.
Ooh, okay. Love that.
Oh, that's not good, I'll tell you that much. It's a 8, but with hope in my heart.
Okay, so it's
And
still our
dreams.
turn. Unless he
Open my
activates a
heart.
fear.
It is not because that's a failure. So, you try to summon this ice spike, and you try to pull the condensation in this subterranean chamber, but it's just not enough. As let's see, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with this? You know, I think I'm
Yeah,
gonna attack. What's up?
I'm gonna use one of my prayer dice
Okay.
because I can use it, add it to a roll's result after a roll is made.
Okay.
Come on,
Batting.
come on, come on.
I
And
need to
this
figure
was
out what
an
exactly
8?
I need to roll. I'm not sure. It might just be a D4.
You
add any-
already rolled it, so you have the 4 and the 2 that you can use.
Oh, okay.
Ale, what was your roll again? Was that an 8?
It was an 8. Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you the 4.
Okay. Question. Would you say that me like rallying counts as persuading my fellow teammates
What?
to lock
Why?
in? Would you count that as a
Why is such a good question.
Because
Why?
after you make an action roll to impress or persuade or offend someone, you can. Oh, I don't have a hope to spend. Never mind. Ignore me.
You also didn't use an action roll to do that, so unfortunately it wouldn't work. But a 12 is still a failure.
Okay,
So
we'll take it.
you try to condense this
I want my full
the water into an ice spike, and it fails as before you're able to finish the casting of this, you see that giant arm that attacked Ibu comes barreling towards you.
Nah,
Which
I am your
means-
shield. Nah.
Sur is in close range from what I was imagining. Did Sur move forward?
I have not moved forward. I would have, if anything, been probably close to Ibu.
So then Sur is
Well, now-
out of
yeah,
that
now
very
I'm
close
not.
range.
Well,
There.
where Ibu
Yep.
was when you got thrown back, yeah.
Very close range is what I need.
It's just outside of it. though.
Fuck!
Suar's not
Sorry,
a
let me say
close
that
combatant.
in Norse voice. Fuck!
That is such a good epic.
Okay. So this attack is coming towards you, Sur,
For sure. For sure.
but everybody else within very close distance of this is going to be attacked as well.
Is that everybody?
That is everyone. This is a 16 on the die to a 20.
Yeah,
Tight.
16 on the die is rough.
Yeah, that's
I rolled a
rough.
14 last time, 16 this time.
He can't keep it up forever, right?
Yeah, you're right. Probability. Probability.
You should help us in chat by giving to our Ko-Fi to make sure he can't keep this up forever.
I'm gonna do a cute little armor slot.
Okay. Well,
Which
this. So 20 to hit.
Yeah.
This is 25 physical damage.
Haha, I will also be marking an armor slot.
Yep. I'm gonna mark a stress to drop the severity, and I will also mark an armor slot to drop the severity.
Okay.
Because I can do that as a warrior. So now it only does mine.
My armor slots are showing as 0. I feel like I did something wrong because that's not possible.
You have to equip your armor. Go to your equipment.
Check the box. Check
And
the
then,
box
yeah,
under your equipment.
I also was on 0 armor mode for a second.
Perfect.
For Demiplane, remember to equip your things. You're playing on this this lovely website.
Equip yo shit.
Oh yeah, I got 7 armor slots. That's way better.
That makes
Isn't
more
that nice?
sense.
Yeah, that makes
Isn't
way
that
more
nice?
sense.
Okay.
Can I go yet?
Papa, can I go?
I'm gonna mark.
Daddy,
I'm gonna,
please.
I'm gonna use a stress or a fear, and also mark a stress for this guy to do its tormented screams one more time.
What's he stressed about?
I did just
Right.
stab him.
So, as these arms begin reaching out towards each of you, you hear the mouths on this creature once again screeching out to each of you. I need everybody to do that presence reaction roll again.
Sheesh.
Jeez, I'm rolling amazing.
18 with fear.
18 with fear. I don't get a fear, so you're good.
Right,
That's
right,
a
'cause
pass.
it's a reaction. Okay.
16 with fear, but
That passes.
13 with hope and a dream.
That would
does
be
not succeed.
16 with hope.
Okay, so nobody gains hope. I don't gain fear, but that is a success from everyone except for Sur. So, Sur, do you have a hope to lose?
Nope.
Okay,
We give hope.
did not. But remember, you could tag team if you have 3 hope. Every single person
I've been
that
burning through that
succeeded.
shit so quick.
Yep. Everybody that succeeded still marks a stress. I only gained 1 fear from this, and it is back over to each of you.
I think our resident Gay Joel wanted to do something.
That's good, you remember that. Yep, I sure do.
All right.
So it's very clear that the danger the attention of danger has shifted to this amalgamation. So North's attention has been turned to it. So I'm going to use my axe with my divine wielder. So
Don't forget you can attack 2 things.
that is true. And if I wanted, I could mark an additional stress to attack someone else. So I could attack
3
technically,
things.
like attack 1, which I suppose do, 3 things. Which I am definitely going to do. So I am going to roll. What does? I don't want to use. I didn't mean to click on that. I want to use my physical dice. So that is 12 with fear. 12, 13, 14 with fear.
Okay. So you are rolling to attack the other blighters that are near you, including this larger one. Are you attacking
Yes.
the one that you know?
Yes.
Okay. You hit the 2 smaller ones.
Okay.
But you do not hit the larger one.
Oh, actually,
What's up?
because I have secondary, which is my shield. Can I use that for damage as well, or is that just for blocking?
So you can use it to attack, but it's like
Okay.
you would have to like choose to do that as your attack.
Okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. I just realized that I could have done that, so I'll do that for next time.
Sure.
So we do that. Stress from them. We can do that later.
And you said that was with fear?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Can we do more than one move in combat?
Yeah, you can keep going until it. Well, I mean, like when you get
Within
fear,
reason.
it does turn back over to me.
Oh, okay.
When you roll with fear, when you fail
That
a roll,
ends it.
and then when I spend a fear. So
Also, don't forget you have a rally die.
Oh, yeah. Then I
Yes.
just roll a D8. That's additional damage.
Sorry, not D8. I was.
Or-
It's a D6.
D6. My crazy D6 that nobody likes. And that's a 4 on that D6.
so that brings a 14 to a 18.
Yes.
That hits.
Let's go.
Hell yeah, brother.
Rally die.
Hell,
I'm just trying to buff the homies.
Yeah, so when I successfully hit, I hit, so that's all 3 of them. But since I rolled with fear, I'm going to have to move turns to someone else.
to Jonny.
Right. So
Johnny.
how much damage did you do?
18? Oh, no, wait, that
18,
was to roll. I didn't actually do the damage.
Right. Right.
D8.
That's a D6.
That would be 19 damage.
That's pretty solid.
It is solid. That is major damage, which you see as you cut into this larger one. You see a piece of it falls off, dealing more damage than you would have expected.
Okay.
Okay, and then the other ones also get that 18 damage, so that would also be severe for them.
Nice.
So, the one thing with that is those 2 are killed. So please, North, tell me how this happens. How do you attack this larger one, lopping off a big part of it, but then you turn around seeing this person that you would fail before. How does this look as you kill them?
So because he is using, so he is a seraph and he is using his divine wielder, which is his mechanical hand. It activates once again in this cackling yellowish light as it travels through his axe, and he takes this giant swing, and this man is fairly large and muscular, and takes it and slices clean through those two that were standing rather close to him. So he takes all of this pain he's been feeling, all of this fear and anger, and as it cuts through, it almost cauterizes in a way because of his hand, as they just crumple and fall.
Ibu, you would notice this person being killed again.
We're all dead, right?
So, with that fear, I'm going to highlight one of the other blighters that had been rushing into the fray. This larger, like, it's a giant that was turned into a blighter, is going to rush towards Sur. So for this,
Does it
I'm going
run
to
past
use-
me to get to her?
So in what I'm
I
imagining,
want to use
is
this ability so bad.
This giant thing is just next to all of you, so it's not even
Cool.
like focused on. It just sees this huge thing, and it's going to go for the next. Oh, well, actually, Ibu, you're right next to the larger one.
I'm
Oh,
just chilling
you're on
next to the
other
big
side.
guy.
So
Yeah.
On the other
can
side.
I
Okay,
get
so
it
then
now? Very
so-
close range?
you will be able to do it in this one. All right, this is going to be an attack towards Ibu then. God damn, 18 on the die. Plus 2 to 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
It's not going to, because I'm going to use I Am Your Shield.
Okay.
So it's going to hit me instead. As I run over and almost Captain America's shield in front of you.
17 physical damage comes to you then.
Yep.
And
Armor
I'm going
slot.
to mark a stress.
I'm also marking a stress.
Marking a stress to grab you. You are now restrained as this thing is holding on to you. You feel it beginning to pull you apart. And since it has momentum, that means that I gain a fear with a successful attack. And with that fear, I think I am going to highlight the rotting blighters, these minions, and they are going to rush towards Sur. And so I'm going to spend 2 fear to spotlight them as they come rushing towards you.
Attacking our juicy squishies instead of our thick little tanks. What's going on?
It was bound to happen.
Oh
That is the one
no.
on the die.
Oh, good for us.
So,
All right.
all of them come rushing towards you, Seward. How do you keep them at bay from attacking you?
I would like to say that I do a power push, to be honest. I
Okay.
think
So, as they're rushing towards you, they get pushed back, and they're all fallen onto the ground as they start to get back up. But it is back to each of you. I am relinquishing my turn. What do you all do?
Let's go, Rain.
I'm a kill shit. How about that?
Please.
Go until you can no longer.
I
I
have
started swinging.
I have no hope, so I'm just gonna start attacking, and I have a lot of ways to start gaining hope once I do. All right, so that is a 13 with hope to hit.
On the big one?
Oh, sorry. 17 with hope to hit.
Okay, but on the big one, right?
On the big.
Yes, that hits.
As far as the damage is a little bit underwhelming. It is only going to be 15 points of magical
Don't forget your rally.
Is that a D6?
Yes.
Let's have that rally. That is going to be 19 points of magic.
That is major damage. And once again, you see it deals a lot more damage than you thought it would. So as you begin to cut, what do you do in this attack towards it?
It's big, right? I think Rain is going to crouch down and be jumping across different natural outcroppings of flesh to form a slicing zigzag of orange light, slicing up the creature to deal this damage before backflipping off. Do I do this ability too? How many of the other fellers are left around me?
So there's a larger one, a giant blighter, the big one, and then there is one like regular blighter, like a human, just nearby. And then there's 5 like really lithe and like rotted blighters that are just next to Sword.
How many are within very close range around me?
I would say there are 3 of them. There is the larger one, the giant.
That's
the
worth it.
Big. Okay, cool.
It's worth it. I'm going to expend my last hope to Whirlwind once again and inflict that same 19 points of damage, which definitely hits to all of them.
Okay. So then that is enough to kill that other regular blighter and deal major damage to the giant blighter.
I dive down from the enormous one and come flying at a 45-degree downwards angle with my rings in front of me to decapitate the blighter on the ground.
Amazing. All right.
And I rolled with hope. You need to
Yeah,
use a
you rolled
fear
with
to
hope.
activate shit, GM. What you gonna do, huh?
I mean, I'm gonna yank it because I've got someone being pulled apart right in front of me.
All right. Go ahead.
And even though flippantly Ibu thinks we're all already dead, seeing North being pulled at, there's a moment of wavering in their callous, nihilist exterior. And he looks at North and wonders how North could do it. If that's really death, is this different? But we need North, and so very quickly, Ibu kind of almost flows around the arm of this creature with that dagger, and is going to attack with the intention of freeing North if possible.
Okay.
And I'm not cloaked in any way. That would only be helpful. But I will spend a hope to add my experience better up close.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that is a very good roll. That is a 23
With
fear. I can't spend more stress.
it absolutely hits. Please, I will say, since it's with fear, I will say that the hold on North is still there,
Sure.
but you absolutely hit.
And with that devouring dagger, Ibu goes to like slice, knowing that there's some kind of musculature or something in there that's holding, and so they go straight into the arm with this jagged dagger for... Oh, I'm gonna use my rally die. Thank you for the rally die. That is 16 damage.
That is major damage.
Yeah. And they lose
Okay.
that stress.
Yep. Okay. That is with fear. So Ibu, just in front of you, you see this thing trying to pull North apart. So, this is going to be made with advantage since you are restrained by this thing. Does a 14 hit North?
How's that
Well,
evasion look?
surely
You gotta
not
sh-
big.
Surely
You put
your
your shield.
evasion's higher than mine. Oh, you have
Oh,
your
that's-
shield.
But I'm being pulled apart.
Surely
So-
your evasion's higher than a 14, right?
It's an 8.
Your evasion?
Oh, you're
No.
all armor, aren't you?
Oh no.
You're easy to
armor.
hit. Okay.
I have double the evasion of you, just like
Yeah.
a third
Well,
of
you're
the
a
armor.
spry little monkey boy.
Yeah,
That's
I'm.
right.
Oh, so sorry. I forgot to tell you to mark 2 stress because of this restraint. I forgot to do that last turn.
Okay, well, fuck you.
Yeah, you know. I'll take that. I will absolutely take that. That is 14.
Wait.
Yes.
Oh no, that's just damage, and then I can mark an HP. Because I have minor damage 15, mark 1 HP. So,
So
you can hit
this
me
is
easily, but whether I take a certain amount of damage is just depending.
yeah, your damage thresholds are probably higher than
Yeah.
others because of that.
Yeah.
So that
I
is
feel,
14
an awkward tank. Perfect! I'm
14
fine.
physical damage. Cannot be reduced because it is direct damage as it is beginning to, you feel like your arms pull out of their sockets.
Which honestly is actually, this is honestly actually fine because it's a 15 for minor damage, which means I don't mark an
Wow.
HP.
You mark.
So
So
no,
it-
you don't mark
20.
2. You mark 1,
Mark
I
one.
mark 1.
but not 2.
Okay,
You always
Unless you
mark
spend
one.
an
Just
armor, then you can
under.
reduce it to nothing.
cool. Then I'm still
But this is correct.
pretty
Just under.
good.
That's wild.
And he is putting up such a front that he looks like he's very clearly in pain, but is trying his best not to make it look like he's worrying anybody.
Okay.
So he's gritting his teeth, but trying not to scare anybody.
I'm going to spend a fear to spotlight the larger one. I think its long arm is still going to actually. Oh, that's right.
Just Johnny.
I'm going to spend 2 fear
Oh.
to spotlight it twice. First one is one of the arms is going to grab onto one of the blighter bodies, and you see it like shifting it into this like open gaping hole as you begin to see it begin to meld together as this one comes back alive on top of this blighter. So that is going to help
That
it a
shit
little.
just unbirth itself? What the fuck?
Yep. Then, with that other fear, I'm going to have this attack towards Sur. This is going to attack you, and then that means that it is going to attack everyone else that is within very close range of it, which is everyone.
What if it
Wants
did
my
it?
ass, mama.
So,
No one can see it, but we can see Justin losing his shit right now.
hold on. Okay, hold on. I rolled with advantage for some reason. I didn't mean to. The first one that I rolled was a natural 20,
But
but
However,
in all
What?
fairness, I'm going to re-roll because I was rolling with 2. The other one fell out of my hand, and it was the first one that I rolled, so I'm just going to do this again.
gotta stay fair.
I'm feeling a 1. How does everybody else feel?
It could still be bad.
I shit you not.
Stop. See you. Hey, Johnny, you can lie.
I
It's a
will.
free
I will
country.
take.
You
I
have
will
free
take a
will.
fucking picture of this.
I don't know if this
because
is good or
Johnny,
bad.
What did
I
you
am
do,
putting
Free
Johnny?
will. Lie to me. Lie to me.
Oh my
not
god. That's
not while I
that-
am reapplying my beard. You will not.
So. I haven't rolled a natural 20 in the main campaign yet. But that was like
Your players.
that was 2 in a row
No.
somehow.
Okay,
Why
we
is this
get it
happening?
all. We get it all. That's cool.
I'm gonna
That's
say
cool.
here's how lucky they are.
Yeah.
Not the yeet. That's disrespect.
Yeah, it's a yeet die too.
That's a disrespect.
Oh, I love the yeet die. I have one of those.
The yeet in the
So
Yes.
this is going to be
What's it gonna be? I can't do anything.
64 physical damage.
I'm
Because you
reducing the
automatically
shit out of that.
you can only use one armor
Hey,
slot.
hey
just so you
chat,
know,
did
but
you know
I know.
that rerolls also apply to guides if you happen to donate a reroll? It
I
can apply
mean,
to the guide.
come on! I rolled twice in
I
both
just-
of them. Like, come
And
on.
now here's your chance to
Wait,
roll
wait, wait,
three.
all right,
Here's
let's
your
see-
chance
let's
to
see
roll
if-
three.
Give me.
Okay, no, it was a 12. All right, so 64 damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Right.
just gonna keep an eye out on our Gmail for
Yep.
no reason whatsoever.
Sure.
Right.
Marking in
I-
armor and using
Marked
get
in
back
armor.
up.
And I need you all to know that when that last blow comes through, Ibu starts to kind of weave because I have 1 hit point left.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I've taken every hit in this combat. Shit.
Yeah. Sword is gonna take that. It's not feeling good, but her attention is also very much wrapped. I think for a moment, her attention got diverted from the other ones that were coming towards her, and she pushed those off. And when she looked back, all she sees is North about to be ripped in half. Edu trying desperately to free him and looking like they're struggling themselves, and she kind of just scrambles over, and with no lack of sense or anything, she's going straight towards the thing that just has hit her twice. And I want to get in the mix with Edu and North and interpose myself in essentially the way I visually see it is, okay, monster, big arms, holding North. Edu is in front of North trying to jab knives into this thing's wrists. I'm going in front of Edu, placing my hands on the monster's wrists. And I want to do 2 things. I want to, specifically because of it connecting the blighter back into its wound, Jonny, would I know that that's like, that's not a
You
tip
can tell it's helping. Yeah, you could tell it's helping this thing. It is not a typical thing for this to do. No.
for blighters
It
to
seems
be
like
able
it.
to do.
It seems like this thing has mutated after being in here for so long
Okay.
that yeah.
I want to do a couple things. I want to do another reveal, specifically to figure out what is happening with the blighter itself in this moment. And so that's a spell cast roll. Not bad. That is gonna be simple math for other people. That is not simple for me. Oh wait, if it's 2 of the same one, it's a critical success, right?
That is a crit.
Yeah, then I have a crit.
Let's go.
Incredible.
What'd you roll?
I rolled 2 9s.
Nice. We have the ultra
so 21
crit.
total.
Yeah, no, that's an automatic hit. It's a
Okay.
critical success. So, do you deal damage with this?
This is not. This is just the reveal.
Okay.
So what I'm aiming for is it's, if anything, magically hidden within close range of the roll would succeed against its reveal.
Okay. I will say that you're able to see like the cracks in the armor, as it were, with this large creature. So with a crit, I will give the next attack towards this advantage, and
Max damage.
that's what I'm thinking, because I do want to honor the crit. So I will give it single max damage, no rolls on top of it.
Ibu,
Okay.
how's your max damage look?
Oh, it's pretty good if I can get hidden.
Yeah. The the next thing that I wanted to do was to essentially add to Ebu trying to free North by doing a power push on
So,
Monster.
just so you know, these are two different things.
Yeah.
So the one that's attacking everyone is the one that you got revealed. That is the line that you found that will deal a lot of damage.
Got it.
The one on the other side of it is a large, like a giant, a literal giant that is holding onto North. So there are
So these
two.
are
And then
two separate guys.
two separate guys, and Ebu and North are caught in between both of them.
Okay. My focus would be a power push on the one specifically holding North, because I want to
Okay.
aid in helping him get out.
Okay. All right. So then go ahead with a roll with that.
Cool. And this is not the one with advantage. It's the other one that has advantage. Understood. Incredible. Hold on. Incredible. Plus 3. So 25 to hit.
Absolutely, that hits.
And 2 did 10. So 14 damage, but on a success, they are knocked to far range.
You legit just hit what you needed to end it. So please tell me how this kills that giant blighter.
Cool. I think like what you see is she has a moment of desperate panic. And I think like if Ido is looking at her, you see a look that you saw the night that her old mentor and lover was killed. And it's a look of fear of losing something precious, even if it's caused by her hand. And she scrambles across the floor. She bobs and like dodges hands grasping at her in this horrific nightmare of a creature. And she gets in front of you and just looks at you and says, "I can't lose another one," and puts her hands on the monster, and you just see glowing golden light goes seeping through its veins, and it gets pushed out and it explodes all over the other monster.
Okay. And was that roll with fear or with hope?
That is with hope.
Cool. Oh wait, right. It was a. Oh no, the first one was a crit.
No,
The first one was a crit. This one was normal. It was with
also, you clear a stress, so
Ooh.
just keep that in mind too.
clear
cool.
stress.
Ibu?
Clear
And
skin,
I
no
get it.
stress.
Flawless.
Already kind of feeling squeezed in by the situation before this blighter
Menage a
died.
trois, if you will.
Yeah. Ibu sees kind of the lead of where to go next from Sur, and looks to North, seeing kind of that, almost not even registering that is a solved situation, but just kind of nods, seeing that look in Sur's eyes, that like certainty, and it infuses them as they vanish again into thin air. I'm going to spend my last thrust. And I will appear behind that mess. And swing a devouring dagger while cloaked, with advantage because of everything. Oh, yeah, that's a 25.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah.
So,
Let's go.
Like barely though.
max damage. What is
Max
max
damage.
damage?
This is gonna be 32.
Okay.
And that was with fear.
Was it? Did you also include the rally die?
Oh yeah, rally die.
D6.
I didn't include a rally
Oh,
die.
you can add that.
Yeah, so
You could add
D6.
that.
I mean, it's not gonna change anything.
However,
yeah.
what I can say is, how do you kill this thing?
I'm waiting for
Okay.
the beer part later.
Come on.
So,
Come on.
with Sur kind of sending Ibu, they're at the edge of consciousness with how much just bludgeoning pain they are in. And they disappear and appear almost like they are dreaming. They have thought about how to move like this 1,000 times. They learned to move like this before the city looked like this, before the person that now lays dead and ruined on the ground twice over looked like this, before we all looked like this. And that dagger plunges deep into the seam that Sword showed. And its jagged edges rip out something vital.
Carve into this thing. It splits open. You hit whatever sort of twisted artery is connected between all of these bodies, and this black ichor begins spewing out of it as it falls to the ground, split in two. However, that was with fear. So, there are 5 minions that I will spend a fear to spotlight them all. And I will spend an additional fear to
I am
make
your
this
shield.
a bite.
I am your shield.
They are on the other side
Already
of
in
that.
Well, then
range.
you're
large
gonna
thing.
move to get there.
It's you
But
can-
you
Tiger.
don't have the time
Yeah.
to do
He's
it.
spotlighting.
Yeah.
So, you immediately turn, seeing this thing fall into 2.
I have time for like a unique hope reaction.
What would this reaction be?
I want to spend 3 hope to give Ito a hit point. Basically, like here's how. If
This is all happening at the same time. Unfortunately, this is just how the cards have been played. So, you have a 16 to hit.
It still meets it. It beats it on evasion. Yeah. Because I can boost my evasion by 2, but it won't save me.
Come on, Chad, reroll. Come on, Chad.
This is going to deal 20 physical damage. You can use your armor slots.
I'm out of armor. I'm out of everything. I have nothing left.
Except the cool death move. Brought to you by Daggerheart, Darrington Press.
no,
So.
you're not, because I'm donating.
Said I'm spending my own money
In,
so
Look,
that
If
in the
look,
spirit of why we are here,
which is to
I'm
make you
going-
cry.
to nullify that.
fuck you
Yeah.
Say
so
that this
hard.
fight goes
Already
through.
happening. Gotta happen.
Already happening.
This bite happens. There is a countdown of 4 that has just started. Ibu, you immediately take a death move. What are you going to do?
Ooh, God, I've never taken a death move.
I've never had somebody take a death move, so this is
Yay!
A bitten first
Bitten
first
first.
on Talking XP. We love Daggerheart. It makes on cry.
I think, in the spirit of doing things the way Evo would do it, I'm gonna risk it all. We're gonna roll the duality dice.
Oh shit!
Good.
You have more of a chance to stay up. You have a 44% chance to get out.
Famously, 44 is a lucky number in many cultures.
I need these dice to roll well. That's what I'm saying.
Degrade them. Degrade them until rolling well.
Whoa.
That's what happens with one of my friends' dice.
Here we go.
They don't roll well unless you degrade them.
That is a 10 with fear.
So, for those that are unsure or unaware of what it all means, you roll your duality die. If hope is higher, you are back up in the fight, ready to go. If fear is higher, that is death. So, North, you turn and you see Ibu get not devoured, but completely surrounded by these minions. That is all I can do. Brings it back to each of you.
Yeah.
Can I make it worse? Can I twist the dagger?
Absolutely. Please do that.
We have a mission here, and I'm on it.
On it.
North has been trying to will this to be a different situation, and Ibu's eyes are locked on him. And even before they lose contact with each other and that bite sinks in and the panic doesn't even set in across their face yet, they know what they look like as a blighter. In fact, everyone knows what they look like as a blighter. It's a fun party trick. It's a silly thing to do in a scary time to look like something that we all fear. So that mystery is gone as to what this is going to end up being. In their eyes, they read over and over again, "We're all dead."
And that's probably
But-
the only thing North can think of.
But around their neck, as they begin to fall, an amulet, a blessing, and a wisp of shadow run up their neck, out into the darkness, and an amulet of the moon falls out from their clothes, staring back at Norse.
Is it,
As that body falls, the amulet falls to the ground just in front. And the eyes of both Ibu and the other person that you failed is here. Two failures staring directly towards you.
It's so hard to hold it in. I really am. Almost in this slow motion, North still trying to claw at any choice in front of him, runs forward, still too late, using forceful push to try and pry them off this. Evo was never really a friend, per se. They didn't terribly get along. They were kind of forced happenstance, but his first failure, the one that he sees that he cannot ever tell Ibu about, was Ibu's partner. It's who he sees when he's on his knees in front of that temple. He is enveloped in rain and lightning as he is not any longer in his memories holding something unfamiliar. He's holding the body of this partner as he crushes in his hand his personal amulet to his god, because his god would not save this person. And he can no longer apologize to Edu for that. Seeing the death and destruction and the we're all dead anyways just ringing through his mind as he's still in slow motion bashing apart these things on from enveloping his companion any further, but with complete failure.
So, there are 5 blighters still here.
And it's still going.
I'm done with spotlighting. I cannot spotlight them again. It is back to each of you.
If I may.
Mhm.
I have it in our background that Ibu and my connection is that I tried to rob Ibu or Ibu tried to rob me. Just some dastardly, conniving, scrappy interaction between the two of us, and then I was borderline adopted by this almost older sibling-like figure who we've kind of had an antagonistic relationship, but there's something there. And seeing Ibu fall, we see Rain's clouded eyes start to return to reality as this older sibling figure falls to the ground, and Rain, for the first time any of you have ever heard, from deep within his chest starts to cry out, and it's a scream and it's a cry, it's a wail, and he is going to just run in and start slashing and crying and screaming.
Okay.
That is a critical hit.
Of course it is.
2 6s. How many hope is it on a critical hit?
You get 1 hope back.
I get
You
1 hope
clear
back.
stress.
Yep.
And then you get max damage, and then you roll.
Okay. So it hits. Max damage on the die with 2d10 would be 20 or just 1 for 10?
Okay.
Would it be 20 or 10?
It would be 20, yeah.
Okay. And on my dice themselves, I rolled an 11, so that is 31 plus 9 for 40 points of damage. I'm going to expend the hope that I gained from the critical hit to once again Whirlwind, dealing 40 points of damage to all of the blighters around me in this tearing whirlwind of grief, screaming, crying, slicing, all of the emotions that Rain has at the same time.
You absolutely decimate every single blighter here. And as this whirlwind of attacks come fluttering from you, the bodies drop. And then that cold, hard reality, the silence kicking in, the one that you'd never say it, but the one you loved, the older sibling, the person that had taught you most of what you know, lies at your feet, motionless. And you see, right on their shoulder, this patch of armor that had just barely moved out of the way. A bite.
Rain doesn't even notice that. Rain's rings drop to the ground, and he falls on his knees in front of Ibu and starts crying like the child that he has been the whole time before the world made him have to grow up. He is screaming, he's crying, he's pounding on Ibu's deceased chest, his corpse, as if to wake him up.
Congrats, Juli. North looks up at Sur and get him out of here. Get them out. As he's yelling at you
Ebu!
to get Rain out. Because North knows what he has to do to not fail a third time.
I'm pretty sure the promise was you needed to get him out.
He's not in danger right now. He's hurting, and he needs to leave so he doesn't have to see this. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You think
Rain,
I'm strong
I
enough
forgot
to
your
keep him at bay?
pronouns. What were Rain's
He, they.
pronouns?
He, they.
Okay.
It's all good.
Yeah.
You need to get them out.
I'm not strong enough to keep him at bay in that state, and you know that. Ebu's not going to be alone. But I need to know that you and him are safe. I'll take care of it.
North pulls out a small dagger and looks over at Rain, looking as much into their eyes as he can, and finishes Ebu's life.
Does Rain do anything at the sight of this? At the sight of North reaching for Ebu?
The tension that have kept Rain's muscles taut for the last 5 years has completely collapsed. There is no strength remaining in his body.
North looks up, just crying, or at least hold him in love.
Jonny, if you'll allow me, I have something. Technically, I can create an arcane door to a point I can see, spending my last hope.
Okay.
But could I mark stress or damage to myself to lead outside?
Absolutely.
Then I will do that.
Do you bring Ebu's body?
I'm getting North and Rain out.
Okay.
Knowing that there isn't anything to be done, North won't try to take Ebu's body because he knows Ebu is now laying to rest with their previous love now gone twice.
I think what North would see is Sur focusing the last and bit of her energy into those specks of gold apparating in the air as a portal leading outside opens. And it's back at the bridge. It's a point she remembers that was safe. And you've seen this spell work before. You know that once you go through with Rain, it closes. And the last thing I think you see is Sur just kind of giving Rain just a pat on his head, and she'll give you a kiss on your cheek with a look of something that she hopes for. But there's no time in times like this for that anymore. And she turns around to Ebu's body and gently guides it closer to their lover. And the last that you see is her wings on her back flutter out as she starts to sing for the two lovers that are there, blocking out the screeches of blighters that will be coming soon enough.
North is going to grab the pendant that was Ebu's, and then he's going to collapse.
You were all transported back to the bridge. And that grim reminder, once again, we're all dead, has a different meaning this time. Before, it was someone's warning to another person. It wasn't to each of you. But now it's a reminder of what has been lost. Someone so important to each of you, leaving this vacuum. It's hard to see how to go forward from here. But you all gather your things. Remember Ibu. And continue your journey back to where you were. Before we exit this story, is there anything else that happens?
Walking in silence, besides Sur and North in the campground.
Sur is not there.
Sur stayed behind?
Push them
Oh
back.
my god, you're right.
Oh.
The portal closes after
Fuck.
North walks through it.
You're right.
Okay, so then each of you
Well,
are
and
still
North
near
was
this
collapsed, so he had to be dragged out.
Yeah.
bridge. So North and
Just
Rain,
North and
you are
Rain.
both on the near the bridge. So then that leaves the spotlight follows you, Sur. You're in this dark crypt. North had grabbed the pendant just before you pushed both of them into this portal, and here you stay.
I think
What do you do?
Sur, like I said, the last thing they really see is her kind of kneeling before two lovers, reunited in a way that she could not be. And she knows that by herself, there's no way to get back to that door. She knows what's down here. And there's only one outcome. So she'll go out at least doing what she loved for a friend. And she sings to them to draw the blighters to her.
Sound of banging on the door above before the eventual wave of blighters rushing down the stairs as the door collapses and takes Sur. The two of you near the bridge. You wait and wait and wait. Sur does not reunite with each of you. And the sun is getting very low.
Rain has been quieter, sobbing and hiccuping over the course of hours. Just all of the emotion pent up over the last 5 years releasing at once. And then there was about an hour of quiet, just staying near North. Not quite comfortable enough to make contact for comfort, just near. And then Rain is going to speak up, as if they've been thinking about this. I hope someday someone can fix it. I hope someday someone can fix what's broken. can put the world back together. Someone beyond us. Because we can't do it. But I hope that someone can.
North. So, Jonny, I messaged you,
Mhm.
but if you don't have an idea, I have one.
Yes,
Cool.
please.
North doesn't say anything, but when you look over at him, he has the pendant, but it's covered in red blood. Not black ichor like the others. And it continues to fall into his hands as he continues to cough and silently cry, as he looks at your hands, not directly at you, and he takes that pendant, which now includes his own. He puts it into your hand, stands up. I'm going to fix it. As he stands to walk and go to potentially the crypt, he again falls to his knees, but he will never get up again as he completely falls to the ground.
Rain, shell-shocked, feels their survival mechanism tap back in and return to an impassive state, overwhelmed by the burden of the world, too overwhelmed to feel, and leaving Nort's body, turns and walks back to the campsite alone.
You return back to the campsite. And this defense mechanism that you had created to harden yourself to the atrocities of this world is the same that everyone else has. So, though you weren't comfortable to seek any reassurance or comfort from North, you do not find any from the people here. These are bandits. These are thugs. These are people that did things that are unspeakable to survive. And your commanding officer just says, "Where are the others?" To which, when you tell them that they died, laughter.
We see the outside of the tent, and the laughter stops, and Rain exits, holding the severed head of their former commander.
We zoom out to find this large compound of tents within this oval shape of walls that have been haphazardly put up, a makeshift camp for similar people. And as we zoom out, that grim reminder that we are all dead just sticks with us. That understanding that death isn't something that you can escape. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And with that, we end tonight's story. Woof.
Jesus.
Find a silent movie, everyone seems to be black and white.
We're dead, bitch.
How did that happen?
Well, golly gee.
Golly gee!
Someone tell the Inquisitor.
Oh, man. What a story, y'all.
That was incredible.
And if you liked it, you can see more of it on Talking XP, Bit, and Daggerheart Actual Play. New episode coming out very soon.
Yep. We just finished season 1, so we're trying to get
cooking.
a new live show.
We're cooking.
I hope it happens. I really do.
I do, dude. I do too.
Johnny
It's
will
gonna be
bite
so
you
cool.
live.
Yes.
Guy and I had the same look.
It's like,
Possibly. We'll see.
Well, everybody, that's where we are going to wrap up here. So then we can go and have our decompression and we can talk about this evening and how wonderful it has been. Everybody deserved their certificate for making me cry. I choked it back real hard.
hell yeah.
I did. That was such a wonderful game, and I will say that it's been very rare when I've experienced combat that can still be so story and RP heavy, because normally in my mind it's combat is combat, then everything else happens after. So I was very impressed.
Daggerheart.
Yeah, this was really
They go
great.
together.
Yep.
Do, and it was lovely. So now I can no longer say that I don't prefer combat. But I'm gonna have everybody reintroduce themselves before we go off into the nether to prepare to tell you all more stories. So Jonny, will you please talk about yourself?
I will. So I'm Jonny. I'm Talking XP on the socials. I, like Juli said, I have a actual play where we run Daggerheart. I'm the GM there, as well as it is the same world of Bitten, except instead of 5 years after the outbreak, it is 20 years, and all of the things that come with that. It is, and I do not do this at all, usually. It is so good. Y'all, it is so good. We have 11 episodes in the first season. Gonna come back for a PAX-U live show. Hopefully that's the start of season 2. And first episode just hit 5,000 views. Like, it's great. It's great. Haven't had a negative comment yet. So it's great.
Don't worry, I'll give you one. I'm kidding.
Do it. I even in one of the episodes I was like, we haven't gotten a negative comment yet. Bet you won't. And then still nothing. I invited.
I'm gonna literally write negative comment.
I'll be in there like, so he's
Well,
been my GM before and he didn't pull his punches and lie to me about a 20 when I asked that I'm very pretty and I did not deserve that treatment.
If you want to learn how to play Daggerheart, I also have a playlist for that as well. Also running Daggerheart. I have how to play and how to GM all on the YouTube page, so go check out Talking XP there. That's me. Oh,
Good
right,
job.
popcorn.
Yeah, go
Popcorn
ahead.
to Kai.
It's me, Kai. Hi, everyone. I'm Kai. You can find me everywhere as Sullivan Ladris. This is Watson. He's decided to be here. You can usually find me, even though we are on our summer hiatus, over on Transplanter RPG, which is an all-transgender, people of color-led dark fantasy actual play series set in a non-colonial, anti-Orientalist multiverse, where one of my specialties is making people cry, where I play a sad dad, purple cowboy man. And when I'm not doing that, since we're on summer hiatus, I still do a lot of other stuff. I am an independent streamer. I have 2 shows a week, usually, if not more. where the first one I do is called Seems Right. It is a show entirely about costuming and storytelling. My entire background before becoming a professional TTRPG performer is professional costuming in every shade. So I talk about that and how it connects to TTRPGs and also just about TTRPGs. And then I also usually play a game or two. I just finished a 1,000-Year-Old Vampire solo game, which was a treat, where I also made myself cry. And then, you can also find me over on Happy Jack's RPG, where I haunt the halls there. But right now I am in a Electric State actual play called Road to Nowhere, where I'm playing a drone pilot who's fine and normal and doesn't know where his body is. And then you can find me on Sunday on Vault Companions. We're going to do a short series over there based on the Hades games, where I will be playing Patroclus, one of my absolute favorite figures in all of ancient myths. And so it's going to be lots of really good stuff going on with me. You can always follow me and find me doing more TTRPG stuff. And I do game design consulting and a bunch of other stuff. Oh my God, I almost forgot. I'm sorry. I have so many things going on. I also am the game master over on Tender Vicious Studios podcast actual play Lori's House, which is a magical realism game about self-exploration and community. And it uses the system The Home We Remember, which we actually wrote for the game, which is a forthcoming system from Frivolous Bear Studios, which drops a 40-page ashcan, full color, full layout with art on September 8th, where I, as the original game master for that series and for the game itself, wrote the large section of the game master section. So you can go read about how I think you should do time loops using memory and how much you love yourself and your community. So that's just a few things I have going on, but it's also just a treat to be back here on Roll D5. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for letting me make you cry on. It's always a treat.
You did great.
I'll bounce it on over to Ale.
Hello, it's me, Ale. I am one half of the podcast Table Talk with my best friend, where we basically just have long yap sessions about the hobby that we love, and oftentimes invite lovely people from the space to go also yap with us about all their favorite things and least favorite things about the hobby. We cover basically everything both on and off the table except for actually like playing. So it's a very casual, cozy, somewhat raunchy time whenever she and I get going about something, but it's fun. It's a time. It's a once a month podcast right now. And then outside of that, I guest on a bunch of actual plays all the time, especially here on Roll D5. I love to be here, and I will also be joining my new campaign for the year now that Fey Dark Eclipse has wrapped up, and I'm gonna be playing with Jonny over on the new season of Ravencourt. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, you can find us everywhere at Table Talk RPG. You can listen to us wherever podcasts can be heard. And then me personally, you can find me on TikTok at Reina Creates. I also do character art for D&D podcasts and just friends and whoever wants to throw money at me for their D&D characters, because I love drawing fantasy people, and that's great.
Stunning and beautiful, and I want to thank Justin again for being our wonderful tech this evening, and watching him crash out in the background was great. Okay, fine, I'll talk about me. I get pointed at aggressively.
What about Juli?
Oh wait, I thought you already went. I thought you went second.
No,
You
I
didn't?
No.
Popcorn to Juli.
Julie.
I'll be quick. Hi
No,
everybody.
You won't.
If you like death, which you do because you're here, I'm writing a game. I wrote a game. It's basically done. 25,000 words of a TTRPG called Tactics Memoriam. You didn't make it to heaven. You were banished to a warrior's paradise where you must try to find meaning of it all. I've posted the Kickstarter link in the chat. It goes live on September 1st. You can follow it and get updates thanks to Danielle of the Roll D5 team. It went from a little demo test to a full beta version. It's illustrated, it's crazy, and it's a tactical, customizable TTRPG that you can play on just a chessboard. You don't need to invest in minis or dioramas or anything like that. If you're a fucking nerd, you have one of those in your house and you can play this game, and it's going to release for free. The beta version of the game is pay what you want, because if you have any money to give, if you like this story about reincarnation and trans identity and changing the shape of the afterlife with your blade, I'd rather you donate that to the Kickstarter than to me directly, because we want a fully illustrated book and ideally physical copies. I've posted the link in the chat. Check it out. It has been my entire life the past few months, so I've been MIA otherwise. Would mean the world if you click the link, and if you liked it, give it a follow. And yeah, I'll keep you posted with updates. And I'll throw it back to our fearless leader, Aundawyn.
The one who accidentally forgot about you, and I'm so sorry.
I was just channeling my sneaky little boy, that's why.
It might have been it. I feel really bad. I'm gonna feel bad about it for a few days, and then it'll be okay.
That's well, don't you dare.
Dude,
Truth. Okay.
Man, I identify with that so much. My God.
I have
The real way to make On cry.
It's
So 3
working. About me is in the chat. I don't deserve the spotlight.
Shut the fuck up. I'm using a fear die to spotlight you.
Oh fuck you.
I have 6 left, so I'm gonna use all 6.
Spotlight.
Okay, I'll be quick. But yeah, my name is On, also known as Aundawyn. If it sounds familiar, it's because it is. It's based off the river Aundawyn from The Lord of the Rings. And speaking of The Lord of the Rings, I was just cast with our wonderful Silvia in a short-term campaign in the world of Middle Earth, and I will be playing an elf. Surprise, surprise. Of Mirkwood, and I'm very thrilled. She's going to be a lovely little adventure seeker, which is very strange for elves. So I'm excited to play that little dynamic. But everybody succeeded tonight in making me cry, which also counts if you make me weep, because that is also very real, because if I cannot see with blur in my eyes, that counts. So I'm really impressed with everybody's skill in storytelling. It was wonderful to experience. So since this is our last stream of the month, I will talk a little bit about what we are doing next month. It is called Demerits and Kickstarters, which is our next month. We will be playing, surprise, Tactics Memoriam.
Next week.
We are very excited, so that will be happening. And then after that, we'll be playing the Kickstarter Safe Mode Disabled by Boss Jellybean Jamel. After that, we have a full Latin table that will be a 2-parter triangle agency for the demerit part of the month. And that is going to include some wonderful, fantastic people. So please stay tuned for the wonderful things we have next month and all the months going forward. And we will go ahead and raid right now to Aurora Lore, who is currently prepping for some TTRPG games and who we saw in the chat earlier. So please go and spread some love and have a wonderful rest of everybody's nights. Good night.
Slay.
Bye.
It was written.